Guys, my name is Jake Lahmann from Maxsur, and today we're going to talk about covert tech for informants. And we're going to talk about the needs for using informants and also the solutions that we have. I've been doing this for about 26 years, both in the public sector and also in the private sector. And so I've seen just about everything that's out there, both in terms of needs and the solutions. And it's come a long ways, and we got some very cool equipment to show you guys today. At the top of the list for needs is speed to deployment. With informants, you may only have a little bit of time to work with them, maybe just minutes. Back in the old days, it might take several hours to develop some kind of equipment to give to them to go do their job. But today it's getting a lot easier. We have devices that are dual function, as you see up on the screen. Here's an iPhone sleeve. We can take this device, give it to somebody in just a matter of minutes and deploy them out to a situation and gather the information that's needed. And one thing we don't want to do is use some type of apparel because it may not work for the situation. But if we have a device that is dual purpose, something that everybody can carry, you can quickly give it to them and it can work in almost any situation. Additionally, we want devices that can be carried like the sleeve or static. You know, we can set it down at a table or leave it in a car or in a home, and it's doing its job the whole time. And for those devices, there's many different concealments. I'm not showing you all the concealments here for obvious reasons, because we don't want to give away all the surprises. But here's some of the more common ones, and they're all very easy, quick to give to somebody, and they can walk away and go do the mission. For these devices, it's very important, obviously, to have very high quality information. Back in the day when I first started, we were dealing with black and white video, grainy, and you could see activity, but maybe not the information that you wanted. These days, with all these covert devices, we're getting HD quality. What you're watching on TV, we can obtain the same information in a covert manner. Additionally, with these devices, you can gather 12 megapixel stills and on up to where you can gather troop movements and all kinds of information of the enemy activities. And very important, a lot of people overlook audio. Audio is great because although it may not see the target, you can hear the target. You may be picking up information in the next room over. And so having good, high quality audio is very, very key to the mission. And obviously low light, being able to go in the situation 24/7 and gather the information. And today's devices can do that. Very, very vital. Back in the day, you would just give somebody, they would go off, gather the information, and come back. Now that's not 100% necessary. Even with this device here, we can give it to somebody, and we can stream it live via Wi-Fi. Of course, securely encrypted, and a tablet or smartphone, we can see what this device is seeing. And depending upon what device we're receiving on, we can then stream that worldwide and watch it anywhere we want. Now, very important, in some of the missions, you may not get the device back. It may stay out in the field. So in those cases, you also have the need of being able to retrieve that information remotely. And now you can. You can offload that evidence without having to go back into the scenario. And of course, very important, you can deploy it out there to the mission. And if you can't go back, you can destroy everything that's on board. And so it's wiped clean. And should the mission change with these types of devices, you can also adjust the settings remotely. You can leave a device in a static situation, set it up for motion detection, and it's only recording, only activating when there's activity nearby. Very important for these devices, they need to be inexpensive because obviously they may be very disposable. And for that, these devices on average cost around $300 or less in some cases. Additionally, some of these devices may not always work for the situation. You may need something that is very unique for the scenario, something that's indigenous. In those cases, we have the guts of those devices, and you can make your own. So if you have a particular piece of apparel that you gotta wear for that situation, well, we can embed that into the apparel quite easily. And here's an example with a hat. And lastly, in some situations, you want it to run indefinitely. Obviously, with things like the iPhone sleeve, there's a finite amount of time that they operate on. In those situations, they can be wired in 120 volts, or in the case of the dome light showed there, we can wire it into a vehicle, and they can run indefinitely. And so they can be there literally for years, and then you can interface with it as needed and acquire the information. That's all we got today, folks, but we're located down at booth 205. So if you have any questions or would like to see some of the other devices, come see us. That's booth 205.